Pantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhi. 24th verse. We are always chanting before we take prasad, correct? So everything is Brahman. It is the highest pinnacle of spiritual development one can achieve. Because he feels that nothing is separate from Brahman, nothing is separate from him, everything is same. Okay. Then, from 25th verse onward, Lord is prescribing certain of these yajnas. That means actions, how you can convert it to spiritual sadhana. Because with body, mind, intellect, we are forced to take actions, or we are compelled to resort to actions because we desire things from this world. Why we desire? Because I feel unfulfilled. I feel I lack something. So I look to this world to get, say, for residence, for food, for name and fame, the money, everything I need from this world, because I feel without that I am not complete. So that desire is forcing us to resort to actions. Here, Lord has beautifully what He has done, every action. As it is, because you are a living being, you are into actions. Now, the very actions itself, Lord is saying, how you can make it as a yajna. So how you make it as a yajna? There are two principles there. One is, there is the presence of the divine, because you are offering it to the Lord. If that is the Lord is absent, that means there are yogas are there. You can do it without, like pranayam, we are doing it for puja. Also, one can do pranayam for, having better strength of the breath, or for a good health. It can also be there. So that is not here Lord is talking about here. That yajnas Lord is talking about here is where the element of divinity is there. And the second most important is, there is a desire for spiritual growth. You can also, because Bhagavad Gita is also read in corporates today, to increase the profitability or bring the best up out of people. So there is nothing wrong in it. But we cannot say that is a yajna. So yajna needs two elements inside. One is divinity, another is spiritual growth. So if you bring this into focus in every action, then that action becomes a yajna. And what that yajna is going to give to us? So far, if you remember, we had seen almost 11 yajnas. So who can delve into it? Anybody?
6 years ago, Baba, you said that Drabboiga.
That was in 2023.
No, last
Yeah.
year.
Try. Try Tapasda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drabboiga, Tapoiga.
Sorry?
Drabboiga.
Drapya Jagya, okay.
Tapo Jagga. Yoga Jagga.
Yeah.
Shadhaya Jagga.
Swadhyaya.
Shadhaya Jagga, Jnana Jagga.
Yeah. That was only one verse, that was 28th verse only. In 28th
Pranayama
verse.
and Indriyo.
Sorry?
Then Pranayama Yagga, Indriyo.
That is on 29th, which we did last time.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So on 25th, 28th itself, there are 5. Are you right? Drabya is Dana. Dravya Yajna. Then we had Tapa Yajna,
Yeah.
Yoga Yajna, Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali. Then that was Swadhyaya. Then that was Jnana Yajna. So this was on the 28th. 29th, we saw the Pranayama Yajna. Then before that, on the 25th, we had seen Deva Yajna and Jnana Yajna. On 25th, on 26th, we saw two, Visaya Dravya Yajna and Sama Yajna. Sorry, Dama, controlling the mind. That is 26th, and 27th was controlling the mind, Sama. So five we had seen earlier. That means 25th, 26th, and 27th. 28th we saw 5, 5, 5, 10, and pranayam was the last one. So these are not limited only because another yajna Lord is talking about. So all total 12 yajnas Lord is talking about. But it is not that there is only limited to 12 yajnas. There are many yajnas are there. Lord has picked up. It is nothing that also he has invented anything. He has picked up from the scriptures. He has given like a sample here. But two or three things I will request you to take note. What is the take note is on the 28th verse, which we saw, Dravya Yajna, Tapa, Yoga, Swadhyaya, and Jnana Yajna. What is the difference there between Swadhyaya and Jnana Yajna? Anybody you remember? Shraddha is your studying about your true self, or the real nature of the individual, of the world, and of the Lord. That means metaphysics behind this whole creation. What are the principle behind it? So that is Shraddha. But here, Lord is when he is talking about Shraddha is a yajna, he is talking about mostly we had said this Sabda Nigraha means yeah, you sorry, know how to chant, read, parayana. So you are not trying to understand it. Here in the context of the fourth chapter, on the verse of 28, Swadhyaya is mostly about reading about the self, but mostly it is depending on your chanting. So there is a purity is coming in chanting or in reading the scriptures. Sabda. Okay. Then when we are coming to Jnana Yajna in the 28th verse, again he is saying Jnana Yajna. Here the Jnana Yajna 28th verse was talking about Arthagrana. Arthagrana means when you read in scriptures that you understand the meaning. Here the Jnana Yajna is not for gaining the self-realization. That we had seen on 24th verse and also 25th verse also Jnana Yajna was there. There you Jnana, he is offering himself into Brahman. Like Brahmarpana Brahmavi. So that was that Jnana Yajna was for self-realization, that's liberation. But here the Jnana Yajna, which Lord has talked about in the 28th verse, is about Arthagrana. Any other like Bhakarana if you are reading, if you are Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and all those things you are reading, try to understand it. If you are like Om, you are trying to understand behind the meaning of it. All these things will be coming under Jnana Yajna here up to 28th verse. Then on the 29th verse, we had seen Pranayama. So there is saying that prana you give in apana, apana you give in prana, and both you also stop it like kumbhaka. So that is pranayama. So here, two things I want you to remember. What pranayam does? What pranayam does? Like in our kriya, when we do pranayam, what happens? How it helps?
Control our mind.
Control your breath. When you
Yeah.
control your breath, you control your mind. So that is a calmness of mind is coming. See, this calmness in mind helps us or gives us the qualification to get into jnana. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
But the calmness of mind is also the end result of jnana. Because once you are established in your true self, so what happens to the mind?
Chitta Vritti Nirodha.
Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Right. Chitta Vritti Nirodha means mind is totally gone, calm. So that means if the calmness is the mind is the end of Jnana Yoga, then what pranayama does? Are you getting it? Because they are the end result of jnana is calmness of mind. Then here pranayama also gives the calmness of mind. What is the difference between this calmness of mind and that calmness of mind?
Baba, this
Right?
is, we are controlling. We are controlling. We are trying to control. And that
Yes.
is establishment. There we establish
Yes.
it.
Very good. Very good. Here we are like a fast aid. What we are doing? We are trying, putting our effort to calm our mind. There you are naturally in the calmness. It becomes your second nature because that's your nature. But here we are trying to bring in. It's artificial. So that's so this is one. This is a beautiful point. It's good. So try to remember. That was the thank you very much. You have understood it perfect. I also hope that everybody understands this. This is one. Second, prana yama is yama. What is the meaning of yama? And here it is yama or ayama. Here it is prana ayama. Ayama means mastery. You get the ability to control it. But yama is discipline. Yamaraj is discipline. And if it is necessary, he have to cut, he have to kill people, whatever. And he is the discipliner, a controller. But ayama is mastery. It's a skill set. So prana ayama, that means you have a control over your prana. So that's called pranayama. So it is not prana yama. Yama means kill set.
Kill.
So it is ayama. So you remember this. This is a very subtle point. Prana ayama, mastery, not yama. Yama is control. So this is one. Second is we saw that this pranayama helps us to quieten the mind. Okay. To gain knowledge, we need a quiet mind. That's why we are doing a mechanical process, which is otherwise we are calling it yoga, to bring the mind to a level where we can gain jnana yoga. Then we will be established again in the calmness of mind. But that is natural. So it is like a fast aid. You give the fast aid, take it to the hospital, give the treatment, and he is cured. So fasted cannot give the calmness of mind which one gets established after jnana. Is it clear? So this is the subtle difference we have to see. Let's get into the verse 30th. Let me share my screen with you. This is the last yajna, the 12th yajna Lord is talking about here. अपरे नियताहार प्राणन प्राणेषु जुहति सर्वे पेते यज्ञ विदो यज्ञं क्षपित कल्मषः. So apare niyatahara. Apare means some others. What they do, they control their ahara. Ahara means food. Then prana, pranesu juhati. What they are doing, they put prana into prana. Like you put the ghee in the fire. So here he is saying prana, pranesu juhati. He is offering prana into prana. Sabbe pete yajnavid. Sabbe pete means he is the knower and he is a yajnavid. That means he is a practitioner of yajna. Then what is the result? Yajna Chapita Kalmasha. Chapita means what are the impurities. Kalmasa means Kalmasa is impurities. Chapita means is the remover. So it removes all his impurities. Kalmasha. So here let's look at what the Lord is talking about here. That some others, while they are taking food, they are also doing this as a yajna. That means whenever we are taking food, that of course we are offering it because we chant all those mantras, you remember. So we chant, so we are offering it to the Lord. Even we say that in Manipura Chakra, the Ashwana Agni is there. That means every time you are eating, actually you are doing a yajna because you are putting the food into the Aishwanara Agni, which is converting it to energy. That is yajna sister. What is left in the yajna is the energy. So every time you can say, I am doing the Agnihotra. You are doing it every day whenever you are taking food. But if you remember that, and you are taking that food as a yajna, then it becomes a sadhana. Now, here, so there are two ways of looking at it. Here, Lord is talking about ahara. Does he talk about the quantity or he is talking about the quality? Okay. Here we can take that Lord is talking about both because in the chapter 6, he is talking about the quantity. When we go to chapter 6, we will look at it. And in chapter 17, also he is talking about the quality, that it should be sattvic food and all those things. So quantity separately he has taken, quality separately he has taken, but here he is talking about only niyata ahara. Niyata means control. That is one. Second, also here when he is taking ahara, ahara is food. So what is we can also see this ahara Lord is talking about is not only about only food, it is the food for all our sense organs. Like if I want to see, I'm looking to look at good things, beautiful things. So that means that is a ahara for the eyes. You want to hear all the time good things about music or whatever it is. So that is a ahara for the ears. And you want to touch things which you like it. You have to smell things which you like it. Taste, touch. So all these things are also like ahara for the sense organs. That means Lord is not only talking about here the control of food intake. That means he is talking about control of all the sense organs. That is Dhamma. In a sense, he is talking about that also. Opare niyatahara. Then what happened? Pranan. Another thing. So here, so we have to understand we eat to live, not live to eat. So that's why Gurudev used to always say that you take food as a medicine. Why? Because your hunger is a disease. So for a disease, to get rid of the disease, you have to take medicine. So take food as a medicine, not for, because you like the taste, you take it. So similarly, all the indriyas, because they like certain things, don't go after it. What is necessary, you go for it. Like a medicine, you take it, whatever the minimum you need. So that is Lord is talking about here. Then he's saying prana pranesu juhati. So prana pranesu, that means when you offer it as a yajna, then that what happens, that prana is a purified prana. And before that, if it is motivated by the sense organs, then that was contaminated prana. So what you are doing it? So you are giving all the impure pranas, you are offering it in the fire of control. Then what will happen? What will come out is purified prana. So that's why he's saying pranan pranesu juhati. That means whatever impure pranas, you are putting into pure prana. That means you are getting rid of the impurities by what? By controlling your sense organs. That is dhamma. So you do that. Apare niyatahara pranan pranesu juhati. So what happens then? Sarve pete. So these people who do this, they are yajnavid. That means they are the knower of yajna, or they are the skill yajna people who have attained some skill in offering or following this principle of controlled living, yajnavid. And then what is the benefit? Yajna chapita kalmasha. So this yajna, what it does? Chapita. That means it's cleans it of impurities. Kalmasa, the impurities. And what is the impurities? What is the impurities? Tell me, what is the impurities?
Likes and dislikes, Baba?
Yes, likes and dislikes. Whatever, or in a broader term, you can say whatever comes on the way of your spiritual growth, whatever retards it, what it comes on the way, they're all impurities. Because if spiritual growth is the ultimate end of a human being, so whatever comes on the way is impure. Because here we have not only talked about sense organs, we have talked about everything, about the mind, about the intellect, everything we have talked. Because we said swadhyaya, we had also said jnana yajna, so purifying the intellect. Then we said Visha Bhoga Yajna, then Indriya Samyam, Dhamma. Then we said Sama Yajna, mind control. Then we said Dravya Yajna, Dana and all, yet the Pratyahara. That means you are withdrawing from the world. Tapaha, withdrawing from the world. So this is a very wide range of sadhanas which Lord has prescribed here. So that's why whatever comes on the way of your spiritual growth, that is an impurity. So that is kalmasha. Those kalmasas are cleaned. Cleaned by what? By this practice of this 12 yajnas. So Lord has now, with this verse, Lord has finished all the 12 yajnas which is talked about. Here, so there is one or two things, let's understand this. Out of these 12 yajnas, Lord is going to also talk about that this is not an exhaustive list of all the possible yajnas. There are many. And this 12 what Lord is also prescribing is nothing that it is his own. No, because he has already said that what I have already told it before at the time of creation. That means he has picked it up from different scriptures, from Upanishads, from Vedas. He has picked up all these things. As a representative of, he is giving us 12 yajnas to follow. Then, out of this, 11 yajnas are preparatory yajnas which bring in calmness of mind, gives them the qualification, and the last one is called Jnana Yajna, the Yajna of knowledge of Atma Jnanam, so self-knowledge. When you have that, then that is the ultimate which is going to give us liberation. So that means all 11 yajnas, other 11 yajnas are preparatory yajnas which give us the quietude of mind, calmness in mind, and that gives us the qualification or enables us get into Jnana Yoga, and then Jnana Yoga ensures self-realization. So then you said, okay, if that is the case, why I follow 11? Let me go to the Jnana Yoga directly. Yes or no? Or you want to go through everything? Hmm?
We cannot go directly, Baba.
Why not? Who is preventing you?
No, because we have to get ready for it.
Yes, because without graduation, you cannot be a postgraduate. You cannot say, oh, post-graduation only that the qualification that matters to get my job. So let me go and get enrolled in the university. No. So that means without we can say karma yajnas. Those yajnas are preparatory yajnas. Without that, you cannot get into jnana. And jnana yoga is not possible without other yajnas, preparatory yajnas. And preparatory yajnas cannot achieve the highest without jnana. Jnana yoga is impossible without preparatory. Preparatory is incomplete without jnana yoga. So this is the, so out of 12, only jnana yajna is ensure self-realization. All other 11 yajnas are preparatory yajnas. So what they do, I think it was Chinmayaji who said, so from the animal man, you become a man, and with Jnana Yajna, you become God man. Animal man. With yajnas, with these sadhanas, you become a man. And with Jnana Yoga, you become a God man. Not God man, which is depicted as a very negative sense in the newspapers and all. All the God men, the moment they write, you know that there's something negative they are going to talk about it. In not that sense. So animal man to man to God man. So this is the path or the route one has to take. Let's have a look at 31st verse. Let's see what Lord is talking about. Now that he has finished all these yajnas, so what he's talking about here? यज्ञशिष्टामृत भुजः यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकस्तस्य अयज्ञस्य कुतुन्य sorry I got this. यज्ञशिष्टामृत भुज यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकस्तयज्ञस्य कुतुन्य कुरु सत्तम. So those who know the secret of sacrifice and engaging in it partake its remnants that are like nectar advance toward the absolute truth. O best of Gurus, those who perform no sacrifice find no happiness either in this world or the next. Now, Lord is talking about the importance of all the yajnas which he has prescribed. What is saying? Yajna sister amrutam bhujaha. Yajna sister means after you perform the yajna, whatever is left, we put it that bhasma and all, we put it on the head and all. And here also, when we are putting like ahara in the yajna of control, then whatever you are taking, that becomes prasad. So that means yajna sister is what? That is the prasad. So after you perform your yoga or yajna, whatever is left, that means that is the yajna sister. So that is a pure thing, which now you are getting it. So that yajna sister, amrutam bhuja, that is amrita. Why it is amrita? Because it will enable you, it will purify you, it will bring that calmness of mind, it will bring that yearning for liberation, it will put you on the road to liberation. That internal transformation is only will come when we do this external yajnas, because these yajnas are actions. Actions we need our mind and body. So what we are going to get out of it? What is becoming? It is preparing our body and mind, taking it into the sattvic mode, so that we will be able to get into jnanam, and then jnanam will ensure the self-realization, which is the ultimate aim of human being, every individual. So yajna sister amrutam bhuja. When you take that, what will you? Yanti Brahma Sanatana. So he will go. Go where? Means what? You will reach Brahma. You will reach the self-realization Sanatanam. Sanatanam means it is eternal. So he will reach or he will gain eternal Brahman. Swarup Tada Drastu Swarupe Avastanam. He will be established in his true self. So that's what Lord is talking about here. Yajna sister amrutam bhuja yanti brahma sanatanam. So that means if you do not do yajna, you will not get yajna sister. Means what is the remnants of yajna. And without that, you will not have that ability, the qualification, that drive, that mentality to get into spiritual sadhana. Yajnasista amrutam bhuja yanti brahma sanatanam nayam loka ayajnasya. Then he is talking here, he is comparing now. He said, this is what the people who was yajnabit, your yajnasista. But those who do not do any yajna, that means they are indulging in actions for satisfying their sense organs or the mind, then what will ayajnasya. That means those who do not follow yajnas, they are called ayajna. So what in nayam loka? They do not get anything in this loka. Kuto anya. And what to speak of other lokas? That means if you, because there is, if you do yajnas, there is also chance that from there you go to Deva Yajna, from there again you can do sadhana and you can get self-realized. That means you get benefit in this, if you following yajna, you get benefit in this loka, and even if you don't get self-realization, you go to a higher loka after death. There also you can do your sadhana and also you can go to self-realization, because that krama mukti is there in Bhagavad Gita. When we come to that particular place, we will see. But here he is saying those people who are ayagya, that means they do not follow. What happens? Lokasmin, in this loka, No. Oh, yeah. Here they don't get anything. What to speak of other lokas? They are pushed back into whatever they said, narcos, whatever, that lower lokas. So where you may not be also knowing that whether you are going to come back as a human being. So when we are aware of it, we have the body, mind, and intellect which is capable of doing these yajnas. Then we have a process of Kriya Yoga is the instrument that Lord has given to us. Now blessed us with, and also blessed us with a realized master. So it is very important that we follow this. That means every action in our life, we should make it as a yajna or a sacrifice so that we grow in spirituality. Then if you do not do, then he's saying not only in this life, next also, nothing is going to come. Kuru Sattama. Oh Kuru, oh best of Kuru, you understand this. So here Lord is talking about if you do not do, what happens? So now the question is whether we are going to do every action as a yajna or not. So now we have to make it correct. Now let's go to the next verse. Here, yajna sister, in some of the interpretations, they have says yajna sister means when you break a fasting in the morning because you are sleeping, when you are getting up, what you take is called a sister. That means breakfast because you are breaking your fast. That is called sister. Some people are saying that you should take food, the last food you should take before sunset so that you are really fasting. So when you break it, that is called yajna sister because you are following a yajna discipline in partaking of food. So that is also sometimes some interpretation is there. And also another is there that from the point of bhakti also, when you, everything you offer to the Lord, whatever comes out from the Lord, it is called prasada. So there was a verse in Bhagavatam, he's saying here, Yopobhukta Stragagandha Vaso Lankara Charchita Uchista Bhojano Dasa Stava Maya Jayemahi. So here Uddhava is telling Krishna what he's saying. Adorned with garlands, fragrances, garments, and ornaments enjoyed by you, and partaking your remnants. That is uchista, means whatever is left in your food plate. That means you are taking your food, prasad, and whatever is there. So that I am taking it. Your servants can certainly conquer your maya. That means this daso, your servant, will conquer the maya of this samsara. That means if I take that uchista from your plate of prasada, then I will be liberated. So, who has gone to ashram?
Yeah,
Who has
Baba.
gone? You have gone, correct?
Yeah, Baba.
I don't, because you might not have seen Guruji taking food, prasad along with all the, in the dining hall, correct?
Yes, Baba.
Yeah.
He was taking or he was not taking?
Only once I've seen it years ago, Baba.
Before
No,
he was taking
only
Baba, then
once.
he stopped.
Before he was taking, nowadays he's
Not.
not taking. But when he used to take, have you noticed that there are 5, 6, or they will be all waiting. The moment Guruji gets up, they
We'll have
take
Sat,
they,
yeah.
they take whatever little and put in their mouth.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Or
Correct,
whatever,
correct.
even the water he also he leaves, or he leaves a little, but he always wipes it clean. But he leaves a little so that people can take because they wait.
Yeah.
So that is yajna system. So that is a beautiful thing. So that's why, Guruji, when he take prasad and everybody waits, take a little. So that's a beautiful thing. So yajna system. So now that is the which we had seen, or yajna, they are not going to get it. Okay, then where we are now, 31, have any more time? Oh, then the book I have lost the track. So 31, 32 we will finish it, then we'll have a small chat. So let's see the verse 32, what Lord is talking about here. एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे कर्मजान् विद्धि तान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे. So Lord is saying, thus various sacrifices are prescribed by the Vedas. Know all this to be born of action. Knowing thus, you will be free. So what is saying? Evam bahu vidha yajna. Evam, like this. Okay, like this. There are the various yajnas has been prescribed where? Vitata. Vitata brahmano mukhe. Brahmana mukhe means in the Vedas. Brahmana here is in the Vedas. Have been Vitata means he has been given, described. So he has only picked up, as we saw earlier, we are discussing that he has only picked up 12. Now there are many yajnas are there. Evam bahuvida yajna vitata brahmano mukhe is there. But all these are karmajan vidhi. They are arising out of karma, from actions. So what is he talking about here? All these yajnas, if you look at it, because we feel it's coming out of actions, basically from the actions we are offering that actions as a yajna. And we have seen the actions is coming out by who? Coming out by our body, mind and intellect. And whatever he gets, so what will be the result? Result will be a finite one. Are you getting it? Because you have in the creation, you have Brahman, then you have Jagat or the Maya, matter. So you have consciousness principle and then matter. The self-realization, when you gain self-realization, where you are established? Where you are established?
Brahman.
Brahman, you are always there. But only then you realize that I am Brahman. Okay? So that is there. So your association with this Jagat or the Maya is cut off. So now whatever yajnas you are doing, it is done by who? By your body and mind. Body and mind is part of Prakriti. So whatever result you will get is finite. Because you cannot get infinite, because from finite we will never be able to give you infinite. So whatever you are going to gain is only going to be finite. And self-realization where you are gaining infinitude. So he is saying karmajam vidhi, these ajnas are born out of karmas. Then he is saying tan evam gyantva, knowing this, what will happen? Vimokshase, you will be able to get moksha. But how is possible? Are you getting it? Because whatever you are going to gain is a finite result. That means even if you become like the richest person on earth, but that is a finite figure. There can be another person, that plus one. So it is finite. Again, that becomes a finite. Infinite is means it is beyond finitude. So now, how a Lord is saying, it will give you the understand that it will cut the nuts of material bondage. That means you will get moksha, means you will get moksha. How you will get? Lord is saying that which we discussed earlier verse. That means this will bring us into, get us the qualification or get us to follow Jnana Yoga. There only we will get whatever the benefits out of Jnana Yoga is eternal infinitude, not finite. So that's why he's saying karmajan vidhi. All these yajnas except Jnana Yoga are out of karmajan. But then he's saying it will give you moksha. Moksha means we have to understand that it will only give us the qualification to gain karma, Jnana Yoga. So that is what another way of looking at it. This verse, we have to be careful whenever Lord is talking about this. Another also is there. And when you gain realization, what will happen? All this, whatever you are gaining is gained in that infinitude. That means whatever little you are getting here, because that is infinite, so infinite includes finite, but finite doesn't include infinite. UAE is a part of this Asia, but Asia is not a part of UAE. Finite is a part of infinite. Like Maharashtra in Bombay, in India, Maharashtra is in India, but India is not in Maharashtra. Are you getting it? So whatever you do following these yajnas, because they are out of karmaja, means action, the results are finite. But whatever you get here, also ultimately, if you get into jnana, it's already included there. But then, as we have seen, but we need to have that calmness of mind before we can even follow Jnana Yoga. So this gives us an ability. This has to be always kept in mind whenever the Lord is talking about here. He's saying that means here he's saying that it is a step forward. Though he is saying karmajam viddhitan sarvan evam gyatva. Once you know all this, it's vimokhyase. You will get moksha. But we have to understand that Lord, because he has made it already clear that this is only all will lead to jnana. He will going to come tell us also again that it is only purifies. Then once you follow Jnana Yoga, then you will get liberated, your ultimate infinitude. So, and it is not that the Jnana gives you liberation. Let's also understand this. Why Jnana doesn't give liberation? Tell me. Does Jnana gives liberation?
Yes, Baba.
Yes, Baba.
You are always
Because the
Brahman,
darkness
correct?
will go. Ignorance will go.
Yeah, ignorance is going. It doesn't give you jnana. Jnana means you are always there because you are Satchidananda Ananda Swarupa. What is removes
It's
is
ignorance.
only ajnana, ignorance. Ignorance of my identification with body, mind, intellect. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Though we
Yes, Baba.
say always Jnana will ensure self-realization, but in and through all these things, because you are now good Bhagavatas, good
Baba,
followers. Yeah.
can we say like this in the modern way, like not coming from the who is not understanding Gita and all, means all the karma when we are doing, we should know the purpose of the karma. Means karma is not for our only the result getting in the final world. Karma is for our spiritual understanding. So that is the main thing, no, like in this chapter.
So when you come to that stage, see, the question is, I need food to survive, correct? I
Yeah.
need food to survive.
Yes.
I need air to breathe. I need a house. So there are certain requirements there because I depend on the world. But where we make a mistake, if I feel that I can get whatever I want from this world, it cannot give because it doesn't have it. Because that's why when somebody is coming to the spiritual side, when you know what is exactly the purpose, is it like this? I go on adding million, another 100,000, another 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, one house, two house, 10 house, those house. Every day some problem with the other. Then you get disgusted. You said, what is the purpose of life? Is it I'm doing the right thing? You will think. Why you will think? Because when you become your calm, you contemplate, because because the way we had seen, to remain healthy, your nature, when you are getting a temperature, you feel suffocated. So you go for medicine, you go for doctors, because you want to get rid of this, because this is not your nature. So our nature is infinitude. And when we are encased in this body, mind, intellect, there is like a fever. You want to get out of it, but we don't know what to do. So what we are doing? I need a house, 10 houses, 10 cars, this money. I want a good spouse. I want good children. We're sort of scrambling, but it doesn't have it. Like that dog eating that bone, it doesn't have it. It's bone dry. So this realization, when it comes, then what will do? I need a body, I will eat. I will not eat because my tongue demands it. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
This shift in attitude inside, because when we are seeing it, we are seeing it. Actually, it's not the eyes is seeing, it's our mind. Because even if you are looking at something, if your mind is not behind your eyes, you will not be able to see it even. So this understanding, when it comes to the mind is seeking a solution, then only this shift will happen. So this shifting is necessary. And it should become naturally, because this body, mind, intellect is not your natural self. How can you be satisfied with it? Like, that baby, she was angry, then she pulled her hair, and then now it is hurting, but she doesn't know what is hurting. So she is pulling it more, and it's hurting more, she is crying. Exactly, that is our condition. It is hurting something. I'm crying, and I'm again pulling it. I'm only letting go my sense organs again to go. Again, I am adding it. Because we had seen actions will lead to yours. All the karma phalas. Then, what is the second one? The problem, another problem. One is whatever you are doing it, you go into sanchita karma. Okay? What is the another thing it does? Who can tell? What is the second thing it does? Harms us. How?
Jitvutti?
Guess.
Agami karma.
Agami karma, that is the karma phala. Who is the Sandava, Supandava? Who will can tell us? Right,
No,
right?
it's our suffering, no? Like when we are doing,
Vasanas. It creates a vasana, likes and dislikes. It fortifies it. You like certain things, you go after it. So not only it adds to your karma phala, it is also that likes will become a bisai. It comes with your next life. Karma phala is coming one as your prarabdha. And your vasana is also coming, your likes and dislikes. So it is a double-edged weapon. So you like sweets, you
it
have
will
taken a
multiply.
sweet today.
It
You
will
have taken a
multiply.
sweet today. You like sweets, you went, you took it. What has happened? Is a karma you have done, karma phala will come. And what you have done, you have fortified your likeness for sweet.
Addiction will come.
Next life again it will come.
Hmm.
Vasana is become vasana because you are repeating it, it become a vasana. So it is like a, nail, you hammer it to the wall. The more it goes inside, you need that much effort again to pull it out. The more and more you have the finer sensibility of living in this modern world, that means more and more you are hammered those nails into your wall of your mind. You have to again take one by one by one by one by one. You have to make the operation to take it out.
It is not Baba only next life, it is next day also. Like today I am having something, I'll feel good. Tomorrow I need more.
No, if it is comes in this life, it finishes wife decline while we will be happy. But it doesn't. That is the problem. I say Adi Shankara is saying, Janma after Janma to Janma to Janma, you pay a heavy price. Very heavy price. Think about it. All of us. We like something, we are just going and putting it in the mouth. Go to the kitchen, picked up and put it in the mouth. Finished. You are caught. That's why Guruji sometimes say, you are going, walking, some people, touch the flower, pluck it. There's nothing there. You just go, they just pluck it. We said, why? Because you like it. It's a very innocent thing you have done. But then what you have done actually? Action will beget another reaction, means karma phalas, and also it fortifies your vasanas. Okay, anything you want to share? Anybody? Sripad Baba, Nehama is there. Nehama? Yes,
Baba,
Baba.
Tapasudha's point about what is the modern day understanding of karma. Like he said, so can it be in a nutshell just that we need to understand the purpose of our karma? When I think he's trying to, abridge it into that much. My understanding is not only to understand it's who's doing the karma, where is that karma coming from? Can that be also added into, when we say into a nutshell, what is life and what is the purpose of life?
Correct. There you hit the nail. That's what I wanted you to tell that. Because once I understand the purpose of life, all these will make sense. Then I'll see what actually I should be doing and what I am doing. But till we don't have that clarity in why I'm living, why this human life, once I understand the real purpose, and if the purpose is self-realization, then I will weigh every action, every thought. Is it helping me? If it is not, I'm not going to do it. Like you were studying for your some graduation or whatever it is. A subject you are reading that you want to excel it. So whenever you want to put your time, efforts, mind into that particular subject. So you are not distracted. You are focused. I want to do well. I will come out fast. I should hit, be the number one in the university or whatever it is. You are focused there. So you know exactly what I am supposed to do, and you will find your way through it, and you will be able to achieve it. But in life, what is happening? Because we do not know what exactly the life is for, we are just getting distracted by our sense organs, by seeing others. We are just blindly following. Because this is how my father has led his life, my grandfather, my neighbor, this everybody. So I just follow it.
Makes you want to cry for the state of humankind. And if we can feel that kind of
Absolutely.
compassion, Guruji must be crying for us all the time.
Absolutely. Because when you should be also feel, once you understand this, when you look at it, including ourselves, you should be feeling sorry for. If somebody is, just imagine, somebody is very angry, shouting and doing whatever it is. Then what do you think? Oh my God, poor fellow is suffering. He's suffering. What you will think of taking a revenge? He's suffering. You pray for him. Pray for her. And it's a cause for all of us. Good that you thought in these lines. It's really, we should, sit back and see where we are going. Okay.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Okay, let's close our eyes. Keep your spine straight.